Hi everybody, this is Raleigh for another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Okay, so for the past couple of weeks, I have been focused on culturing live fish food for your aquariums, your ponds, and your tanks, or whatever you have aquarium fish in. Okay, so one of the most gross type of aquarium live fish food that you can think of culturing are maggots that are actually generated from flies, normal flies that exist out there using meat cuttings. Now, I did a video on that, and if you had missed that, you can just go back to my playlist on culturing maggots for my fish food, live fish food. Okay, so today I'll be culturing another type of maggot, but this time it's not that gross. It's of a different nature, and these maggots are fruit fly maggots. Yeah, fruit fly maggots. Alright, so what I need so as to ensure that I can culture fruit fly maggots are one, I need a fruit. So I chose banana, right? Banana. I also need a blender, but my blender was broken. Yeah, it fell and the glass broke, so I had to actually, use a bowl and a fork so as to get that ripe banana puree into the liquid form in which I can use. Also, you will need some amount of yeast, and the yeast is actually placed there as a ingredient so as to ensure, well, as to influence the promulgation of the what is going to be happening next. Also, I need probably a half a bread, or yeah, a slice of bread, so as to add to the entire flow. I know it looks a little dark because I started out putting together the culture in my kitchen, a section of my kitchen. I never realized that the light was not on, so it is not all that bright. But later on, I actually went outside, and it looked a little bit brighter. Okay, so what I did was to mix the banana, crush the banana into a puree form, and then I also need, in addition to all the ingredients, I also need a glass bottle and probably a sheet or two of table towel, paper table towel, and an elastic band. Right now, the table towel and the elastic band, you will see where I use that in the end part of the video. And also, I need probably about between 20 to 30 fruit flies. So today we'll be looking at culturing fruit flies larvae to actually feed your aquarium fish. So after pureeing the banana and placing it into the jar, right, I then crushed some amount of bread, and I actually placed it into the mix along with some yeast, right? So I add the yeast first, and then I add the bread, and I stir up everything. I place the jar outside, in the open, where it's not too warm and it's not too cool, because breeze was actually blowing at this point in time, right? Because I have problem with ants, I caught some water in a larger container and placed the jar in the container with water, which disallowed the ants from actually going into the culture. Now I left this out in the open, jar uncovered, overnight, probably about 6 to 10 hours. Left it overnight because I did it in the evening, right? And in the morning when I got up, the fruit flies actually discovered the mix, and they were and the fruit flies actually went. So with a whole host of fruit flies inside the bottle, I never had to get any culture, buy anything so as to get those fruit flies, right? So I quickly grabbed the table, the towel, and I placed it at the top of the glass bottle with the elastic band. This paper towel should allow, smooth, I call it, air, um, to actually reach inside of the bottle so that the larvae won't die because of lack of oxygen, nor the fly won't die for a bit. Now, just like how you would need the fly to actually pitch on the meat cuttings so as to lay the eggs so that the larvae it smell really bad. Remember the last video I did with culturing maggots, right? So I need to ensure that the fruit flies actually lay their eggs in the mixture. Alright, so it's covered there and it will stay there for a few hours, and then I will release the fruit flies, right? After I release the fruit flies, I will then cover the mixture again and await for the maggots to start forming in the glass bottle. And as soon as they start forming, what I'll start the process of extracting these maggots from, fruit maggots, right? They don't smell like the maggots from the meat, right? I extract them by placing probably a sheet of table towel napkin that is wet, with a little water, right, at the top of the fruit mixture, and the maggots will actually climb on the towel, because they want more oxygen. And as soon as they climb on the napkin, I will actually take out the towel, paper towel, and shake it off into the fish pond in which I want to feed the fish these fruit fly maggots. And this is how I actually go about culturing fruit fly maggots to feed my fish. So there you have it, another interesting, cheap, innovative, creative way of actually culturing your very own live fish food. I never remember to share that fruit flies, they themselves, the flies, yes, can be used to feed your live bearers. How do you do this? You probably, for those persons who are in cold regions, you don't even have to put it in your fridge. But for me, living in the tropics, what I would have to do is to put after catching the fruit flies, into this mix, right? It's a bunch of them, probably about 30. I remember, about 30 of them, a little less, right? Place the container in the fridge. That will kind of get them stunted a little bit, and as soon as they get a little stunted, you just empty the batch of fruit flies into the water in which the fish is at, and the fish will do the rest. But for now, I am trying to get them to actually lay eggs within the mix, and they will stay in this for a few more days until I see some maggots actually climbing at the side. And then now I take steps to actually use this mixture, the maggots, to actually feed my fish. This is really for another fish keep in Jamaica. I hope that this video was of interest and of value, and that you actually got something from it. Join me next time. Who to tell? I might be up with another live fish food coming up soon. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye for now.